Good morning. Uh, so I've woken up today and there's been a feeling to make a live stream. I think there's a little bit of space in my life this morning, and there hasn't really been a lot of that for a long time. So it must be just a case of where my brain isn't working and not able to think. To hear myself speak on any level, I can outwardly. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some tea. Yeah, outwardly express on any level. Sorry, it's to outwardly express and outwardly think aloud and really just know that I'm still alive. I don't know if it's because I think quite a lot or because I'm running on stress and there's a need to think to address all the problems. So even though this isn't really addressing those problems, it's like a huge stress relief just to know that I can think, where I'm panicking that I can't think. And there's been a lot of there's a lot of pressure at the same time to say, well, what do you want to share? What angle do I come at it from? And well, that's the point of the title, because with the title it just basically highlights the ridiculousness of the complexities that I'm working at, or that we're working at, I'm sure. Quite simplistically, on one hand, we're all God. We're all tapped into the same universal consciousness. We come from the same source, we're going to go back to the same source. We're all infinite. We're all God. If you want to nitpick at the details of where that infiniteness may stop, and be my guest, you'll be working out how much you're God or not for the rest of your life. But we're all God, but we're also human. This body, even though I believe I'm in a coma, is still very real. Has the same rules as my life always did. You cut yourself, you bleed. It's that simplistic. We're gods that bleed. So how much of a god are we really when we're human? And that's the sort of flip side to it, because we're all gods, and we bleed, and if we're human because we bleed, then we're also human because we have all the other baggage that goes along with being a human. And I didn't know what to share today. I didn't know what angle to come at it from. I'm able to just hold that in mind. There's a rough idea to say, yeah, that's basically it. We're all God, we're all human, let's get on with it. So I speak to you as arrogantly as being God incarnate. It's not because I'm different from any of you, it's just because I'm insane and I'm allowed to think that and express in that way. But I'm not above anybody, am I? None of us are. We're all human. And that's as far as I really know where to get. I'm talking myself into this live stream, as you can see, and I've touched on the point that was preventing me from just making the live stream. And now hopefully in the next few seconds, as I continue, we'll pick up the main topic from what's wanted today. And in the moment, I'm not able to see it. It's almost like all my senses have been just like stopped. I can't really see. I can't really perceive. I can't really feel. I can't really think. I can't really smell. Or at least it comes and goes. Same with taste. I think I've got all the senses. And I'm being asked to live, and the weather's let's not beat about the bush. The weather's lovely. You want the sun to be shining, blue skies. I mean, if I had the choice of the predominant weather for where I lived, it would be this one. If I had to go slightly hot or slightly too cold, I think as a child I would have gone for rain, just because I didn't know how to live in the heat, to enjoy the sun. I prefer to have the rain, because you can just put a coat on, and be at the odd time when you get caught in the rain and you get wet, you're pretty much dry and you're pretty much able to cope. But the sun gives life, man. The sun gives life. Like rain, it's almost like present moment sort of weather. The sun is like I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking, but I appreciate the sun more. And yeah, there was a pressure to give something, you know. I mean, there's always an intent, and in the moment I can formulate an idea as to how whatever bollocks comes out of my mouth, it will have some value, some way. Even if it's to a single listener in 10 years, they find this video on YouTube somewhere, there's something to give. And I can normally do that in an instant, so you don't need too much thinking. What do you want to talk about? X. How does X help anybody else? There's loads of ideas, but you can normally find one idea for yourself that you actually sort of half resonate with. today I'm totally lost. I'm not able to tune in. I can't think of what I can give back. So what I'll do, I'll put a blanket now over that, a blanket label over what's going to come, and that is to say, I'm mad. I'm sitting here, still bare-chested, on a Thursday morning. Talking to a few people that might currently watch this video. I'm mad. So let's put it as the label of the perspective of a madman, communicating and articulating as clearly as he can his insanity. And I don't think that's too common in this world, especially when mental health still has a massive stigma, and still when mental health system is the one, I was going to say the one last remaining archaic aspect of society, but there's at least one, if not more, which there's almost certainly more. It's like these last few bubbles in society that really need to be dealt with, and I'd almost prioritise the other one above mental health. You remove war from this world, I'm sure you're going to do a lot more for the mental health system than dealing with it directly. One way or another war that America and the world doesn't ever seem to end there in that region, does it? It's always like the 80s version, the 90s version, the 2000s version, blah blah blah. But either way, for now, depending upon how you look at it, because that's always the case with war, either the good guys or the bad guys have just withdrawn from Afghanistan. And then you get into the politics. I mean, that's just looking at it simplistically. What's going to happen and how they're going to cope and blah blah blah. Was it right? Was it wrong? But ultimately, they've just removed themselves from an area of land. It was an active conflict, and it shouldn't be the case anymore. It shouldn't be the case anymore. But we'll see if and how long it takes to something else to happen there. And I'm in constant discomfort at the moment. I think that's why I'm not able to think clearly. I don't have that. Well, I've got a bit. This is what I'm trying to say. It's like, so in the first instance, on a few levels, and I sort of said to myself, yesterday I need to sit down, just take it easy and ride out what I'm going through at the moment, and that's why I've got a little bit of space on some level to talk today. But it's how you look at it. Does he have space? Does he not have space? But the truth is, I don't have space to think anymore of ideas to speak of. So it would be easier just to talk about my problems and and go off and speak about that, because I don't have to think about it. But I really want to give myself some space, as I said, so I'm not going to talk about those problems either. So I'm probably going to end the live stream now and just hope that time can rebalance, because time seems to just be being taken the piss of at the moment by my eyes, and I can't feel time. It's a weird thing. I used to be able to feel time, I guess. And when you can't feel it, that's fine, but as long as your body isn't lying to you, that should be a different way. And that's sort of what's going on at the moment. I'm going to have to get up, because the physical discomforts are what's the main cause for the ending of this live stream, because I can't sit here anymore with them as they are. So I'm sure the sun's going to be nice again today. Speak soon.